We're doing section 5.4, writing linear equations in standard form. And the standard form of a line is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are all constants. Okay, so write two equations in standard form that are equivalent to 2x minus 6y equals 4. Well, equivalent means that we have to multiply or divide every single term in there by something that is the same. So 2x minus 6y equals 4. If we multiply everything in there by 2, we can get to a equivalent equation. 4x minus 12y equals 8. Or we could divide everything by 2. X minus 3y equals 2. Those are both equivalent equations. Write the equation of the line shown. Let's show you a graph. Okay, our first point is 1, 1. And our second point is 2, negative 2. Okay, to write the standard form of the equation, we have to first find the slope. That's always the first thing we need to do. Which is negative 3. And then I'm going to pick one of the points, and I'm always going to pick a positive one if I have the option. Use point slope form. Y minus 1 equals negative 3 times x minus 1. Multiply everything through. And I want to get everything except for the constants on the same side. So that means I would have to add the 3x over and subtract the 1 from both sides. So 3x plus y equals, oops, add the 1 to both sides, equals 4. And that's it. Write an equation of a specified line. Well, let's not use blue for the axes. I'm going to use black. All right, so the blue line looks like that, only it actually goes through this point. And the red line goes through that point. So remembering that this blue line is a horizontal equation or horizontal graph, which is y equals, where there's no x's at all, and you're going to use that point that it goes through, which is negative 4. So y equals negative 4. And the red line is vertical, which means it's going to be x equals whatever values it goes through. It goes through 4. So x equals 4 on that one. Find the missing coefficient in the equation of the line shown. I'm not sure why my graphs are not showing up, but I can just sketch them quickly. It's no problem. Okay, here's what the graph looks like approximately. So we're going to use the point that we find on the graph, which is negative 1, 0, and we're going to put that in for the x and y values to figure out what that a is. So a times negative 1 plus 3 times 0 equals 2. Negative a equals 2, or a equals negative 2. Then we're going to write the completed equation. Negative 2x plus 3y equals 2. Write the equations of the horizontal and vertical lines that pass through the given point. So remember that a vertical line is always just going to go through the x value. X is negative 8. And the y is always going to go through the y value, just like that. X equals 13. Y equals negative 5. Pretty simple. Your class is taking a trip to the public library. You can travel in small and large vans. A small van holds 8 people and a large van holds 12 people. Your class could fill 15 small and 2 large vans. Write an equation in standard form that models the possible combinations of small vans and large vans that your class could fill. Okay, so our equation would be small vans times the number of small vans that we need plus large vans times the number of large vans. That's going to be equal to our total number of people. So we have a small van holds 8 people and a large van holds 12 people. We need to figure out how many we can fill. So we're going to pick one of the possible combinations, which we'll use 15 and 2. 8 times 15 plus 12 times 2 equals P. That means we can hold 144 people. And our equation is 8S plus 12L equals 144. Graph the equation in part A. Oops. Okay, so one way to do this, since this equation is in standard form, is to find the intercepts. It's going to be the easiest thing to do. So to find the L-intercept, we would cover up the S term, so our L is 12, and our S. To figure out our S-intercept, we cover up the L term, and our S is 18. So that's going to be the easiest thing to do is find the two intercepts. This is the S-axis, this is the L-axis. So 18 right here. Whoops. Backwards. Undo that. We want the L to be 12 and the S to be 18, which is actually out here. There we go. And we're going to skip part C of listing several possible combinations. Skip that. Okay. And that was all we had to do for section 5.4.